Let's show you many acres. MVP on your team, Brian to the Lakers. Caught up in my rapture, a need to pay up. No entanglements, no Will and Jada. Whatever you need, go get it. Whatever you got, I'll match it. I'm gonna change your life. I might be your vice. I'm a boss lady, big boss, big moves. Give me all your money, let me flip it for you. Big boss, big moves. Give me all your money, let me flip it for you. Big bag, big mood, big bag, big mood. I'm a boss lady, big boss, big moves. Give me all your money, let me flip it for you. I don't really care what I gotta say. We got big plans, now babe, lead the way. You want it, come get it. What's mine is yours forever. Give you all I got. I'm a boss lady, big boss, big moves. Give me all your money, let me flip it for you. Big boss, big move. Give me all your money, let me flip it for you. Big bag, big move. Big bag, big move. I'm a boss lady, big boss, big moves. Give me all your money, let me flip it for you. I'm a boss lady, big boss, big moves. Give me all your money, let me flip it for you. Big boss, big moves. Give me all your money, let me flip it for you. Big bag, big move. Big bag, big move. I'm a boss lady, big boss, big moves. Give me all your money, let me flip it for you. Got my own bag, don't work for nothing. Fly match my swag, I'ma make you feel me, baby. I'm bringing good vibes, not what you thought. I bring the sauce, I hope you are ready, baby. Whatever you need, go get it. Whatever you got, I'll match it. I'm gonna change your life, I might be your vice. I'm a boss lady, big boss, big moves. Give me all your money, let me flip it for you. Big boss, big moves. Give me all your money, let me flip it for you. Big bag, big move. Big bag, big move. I'm a boss lady, big boss, big moves. Give me all your money, let me flip it for you. I'm tryna upgrade you, take you out the lack, put you in the Tesla. I ain't tryna stunt, I just wanna bless you. Show you something new, let me manifest you. I'ma be the one to show you many acres. MVP on your team, Brian to the Lakers. Caught up in my rapture, a need to pay up. No entanglements, no Will and Jada. Whatever you need, go get it. Whatever you got, I'll match it. I'm gonna change your life, I might be your vice. I'm a boss lady, big boss, big moves. Give me all your money, let me flip it for you. Big boss, big moves. Give me all your money, let me flip it for you. Big bag, big move. Big bag, big move. I'm a boss lady, big boss, big moves. Give me all your money, let me flip it for you. I don't really care what I gotta say. We got big plans, now babe, lead the way. You want it, come get it. What's mine is yours forever. Give you all I got. I'm a boss lady, big boss, big moves. Give me all your money, let me flip it for you. Big boss, big move. Give me all your money, let me flip it for you. Big bag, big move. Big bag, big move. I'm a boss lady, big boss, big moves. Give me all your money, let me flip it for you. I'm a boss lady, big boss, big moves. Give me all your money, let me flip it for you. Big boss, big moves. Give me all your money, let me flip it for you. Big bag, big move. Big bag, big move. I'm a boss lady, big boss, big moves. Give me all your money, let me flip it for you.
Welcome, welcome. Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy Black History Month. And just happy life, right? Happy wife, happy life, and all of the other stuff. Happy to have you guys here today. I'm gonna turn this bomb track down. I see y'all asking in the comments, who sings this? What is this? This is your new favorite song, Biscuit and Butter. Amazing Grammy Award nominated producers created the track. It's sung by a woman named Ten, not to be confused with Tim. But yeah, hot track, and it really makes me, have all the vibes for women in business, just like Terri, who we are going to learn from today. We are talking about how to get $100,000 in credit in less than 6 months. Anybody want to do that? Say aye. All right, Sean, do you want to do that? Sean, I'm going to bring you in first since you got some good call and response. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hello, lady. How are you?
I'm Natalie Cargile. We've got everybody's in the building. The backstage is packed. Since you could not get here, please join us live on our Facebook. We've got 40 live right now on Facebook. I'm going to check the number on YouTube. Lots of people in the comments section. If you have not already, drop your name. Drop your business. What do you do? The city you are pulling up from. We're going to get a lot of your questions answered tonight. We're going to get to the money. We've got a lot of fun things coming up on the CW and with this amazing leader, Terri Couser. You might know her from YouTube. Hi, Arlene. Hi, Jesus. Hey, Shamar. What you eating, Shamar? You got some snacks over there? I thought I saw you pick up some. I'm gonna be watching you because it's lunchtime. I'm hungry. Hi, Michelle. Kay, Mona, Bree. Come on, y'all. Let me see these pretty faces. If we had to do it, y'all had to do it. All right. Brandy Clark. Brandy got scared, left. Brandy, come back. Come back, Brandy. And then we have Richly. So, all right. Lots of people in the comments. Thanks for pulling up, you guys. I don't know many of you. Some of you I do. I am Natalie Cargile, the CEO and founder of the Connect Network TV. Again, if you are not able to use the link here in the backstage and be on camera with us and with Terri, who is just moments away from joining us, please connect with us on our Facebook. You can go to our page, the Connect Network.llc. You can go to the live stream there, or you can join us through YouTube. So hit us up there, the Connect Network too. All right. So today it's about the money. I love Terri. The first time I got to connect with her was her being a guest on our TV show. We have a morning lifestyle show called The Connect Show. We broadcast in Miami. We broadcast in Austin, Texas. I live in Texas, all on the CW network. We have some new cities coming up, but we're always looking to amplify the voices of women in business and female entrepreneurs. And when I got off the phone with Terri, the excitement, the possibilities, all of the things that either you forget about or you need to be reminded of. And Terri brought all of those financial ones to the forefront on how you can really excel as an entrepreneur with business credit. Some of us might have a $20,000 or $50,000 or $10,000 credit card for your business, but there's so much more money out there for you that will help you make more money. Yes. Okay, Michelle. Hey, Michelle, I see you are in the building. We got some Crystal. I'm going to let you come on up too. And then Richly, I can't bring you up. But listen, it's time to get started. Without further ado, you know what the subject is today. And I'm excited to have such a beautiful, bright woman break down business credit. What's your business credit score? Who can tell me right now their business credit score? Okay, Arlene, don't be coming out here showing out, Arlene. But good for you. You don't even have to share, but I appreciate that you know what it is. You know how to go get it. A lot of people don't even have the first clue as to how to go and obtain their business credit score. It's different than your personal credit score. Terri has worked with Transunion Credit Bureau, one of the major three. If you know her, you know that about her. And she has so much experience. She's a board certified credit consultant and also a certified credit score consultant as well. 2 degrees, Villanova, everything you need to trust her leadership today. An incredible story, and now has really become an expert in the field of personal and business credit. And she is showing us how to today do that as well. So let me go ahead. Let me bring the main attraction into the building. We got to turn the music back on for this.
Hey, you guys are excited. We're talking about $100,000. Energy here. Hello.
So excited. I know everybody feels the same about having you here today. You blew my mind the first time. You've been back several times on the show as an expert when it comes to money and credit. You've done amazing things, from buying your first home as what were you, 17, 21
years old, first property,
and have you grown since. So today, you all, we're going to have fun. If you have questions around anything Terri is dropping, please put that in the comments. We've got 50 people live right now on our Facebook. We have several in our YouTube. I'm going to get everything together here in a minute so I can keep an eye on things. But we are honored and excited to have you, Terri. You're so bright. And, today we're really focusing on this $100,000 in 6 months. That's the main focus for today. We have about 30 minutes. So let's go, Terri.
Yeah, so listen, you are in the right place. I hope that you had enough time to get a notebook and a pen, because she said $100,000 and she said 30 minutes. That means I'm about to give you, this is a mastermind. That means all of y'all are bosses. So I'm about to give you a high level outline. And let me just kind of start right here. It doesn't matter what level you're at. I need you to hear me, whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur, whether you're brand new, or whether you already have a multi-million-dollar brand and you're trying to level up. There is going to be something that I shared today that is going to be an action item. I do zero fluff. So I'm going to give you action items all through this, and then you see where you are. And just higher level nugget as we begin, I want you to be thinking about two things, right? Because there are people that, look, I heard some of you guys have business credit scores already. So some of you maybe have done a couple of things, but the higher level nugget is where to go to get the money, right? If you have business credit score and you have no idea where to get the money, what you need to qualify, what you need to use it for. So where to go to get the money, and also what to use the credit for, right? Because the goal is to leverage to build wealth, not to get into a bunch of debt. So I want all of you guys to be thinking as I start, depending on, matter of fact, are they able to put that stuff in the chat? Like, tell me what kind of businesses you guys have. Because as I'm talking about this, I like interactive. As I'm talking about the credit, I want you guys to be thinking about, if you had $100,000 right now, what would you use it for to level up your business? Was it going to be income producing? Are you somebody who is a real estate investor and you need money to finish a flip so you can put it on the market, or buy furniture for an Airbnb so you can put it on the market? Do you need a car to put on Turo? Are you a coach and you need marketing? Are you a YouTuber, podcaster, and you need lights, camera, a Mac, an iPhone? Are you an author? You need a public relations person, executive assistant. Where can you actually put the funds that will actually bring you additional income so you can then do what? Pay it back. Come on, somebody, and get additional credit. Does that make sense, guys? So I'm going to preface that right there, because people will get a bunch of money and then just pay off debt, and that's a recipe for disaster.
And keep in mind, you guys, we can see you in the chat. We got online fitness coaches that need equipment. We got Fresh Finds is trying to buy a moving van to rent out, and Fresh Finds would also like to buy some farm land. So you gave great examples, Terri. Keep killing it, because it's like, well, what do I need my money for that's going to make more money? Step one.
Exactly. And let me tell you, for the people, for the trainer, and even for like the car, like equipment financing. So guys, write that down. That's something that people just really, really miss. Equipment financing can literally be anything. That could be, you need office furniture. That could be daycare. That could be a food truck. That could be car, Sprinter van, box truck. That could be everything you guys talked about. And the reason why I'm going to preface that right there is because depending on your credit and your revenue, you might not right away qualify for an unsecured $100,000 business line of credit, but you may qualify for a $50,000 term loan and a $50,000 equipment financing loan. Look, got it good. Look, that was a bar right there. So I want you guys to be thinking about equipment financing, because a lot of you guys qualify for that. All right, I'm going to break it down into 10 steps. 10 steps. If you have a piece of paper, write down, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 1 through 10. And I'm going to run through the steps, and I'm going to, in between, I'm going to give you guys some funding hacks. Y'all want some funding hacks? I'm going to give you guys some funding hacks through this, okay? So the very first thing, right, is the looking good on paper, right? Because when you want to qualify for the big numbers, right? This is six and seven figures worth of information. Then you need to look a certain way on paper. So as I'm saying these things, think about, I have this, I don't have this. I have this, I don't have this. Being incorporated, not a DBA, not just a website, not just a logo. You need to be incorporated when you get to 6 and 7 figures of financing. So for somebody, that's going to be like, incorporate.com or InkFile can do it really, really fast for a low amount, but you need to make sure that you're incorporated. Now, for my seasoned people who are already incorporated, I need you to go back to the Secretary of State and make sure your LLC is in good standing. Did you do your annual report? Is it in good standing? Are all your fees paid? Because sometimes you guys have good business credit, good personal credit. You're applying for things and getting denied, and you don't realize that your LLC or whatever it is not even in good standing. So incorporate or be in good standing, okay? Obviously, everybody needs their EIN, whether you have employees or not. Now, why? Because when you get the business funding, you want to be in your business name, business EIN, so it's not on your personal credit report, right? So if you have got incorporated and never got your EIN, get your EIN and make sure it matches exactly what's listed for the Secretary of State. Don't have it be the Secretary of State, one LLC, one address, and then your EIN says a different address. That's literally, guys, an automatic denial for some lenders, something small like that. So the address matching everywhere. After that, your DUNS. How many of you guys already have your DUNS number? DUNS. If you already have your DUNS, put in the comments, yes. Look, wherever you are, because I know y'all are all over the place. If you already have your DUNS, good. If you don't have your DUNS, your action item is to get it. If you already have your DUNS, your action item, we'll give action items through the entire masterclass, is to update it and check it, guys. A lot of you guys got a virtual address. You changed your website. You added a business phone number. Maybe you didn't put the right codes in. Maybe you have additional employees. Maybe you make $100,000 a year now, and when you first got your DUNS, you were making $10,000. So I want you guys to think about it. When you're filling out applications, if you're saying, I make $100,000 a year, and your DUNS says $10,000, information is not matching, okay? So incorporate EIN, DUNS. Now write down credibility. We're on step number 4. Credibility, credibility, credibility. Now, what does that mean? Credibility means, are you a legitimate business? Lenders want to know when they're giving you 6 figures. Look, come on, somebody. When they're giving you 6 figures, they want to know, is this an actual legitimate business or is it a hobby? Now, pause. And for those that don't know me, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit extra. This is really just how I am. Just rock with me, okay? Like, look, could y'all imagine if I was born up like, next we'll get your DUNS number? Like, y'all would be asleep, okay? So it's credit. So credibility. So let me just say this. Even if you're not fully self-employed, even if it's not a multi-million-dollar business, come on, somebody, even if you don't have 20,000 employees, guys, you can incorporate your side hustle. Let me say it again. You can incorporate your side hustle and build business credit and get the funding to actually launch the actual business. And sometimes your actual side hustle will be making more than your full-time job. So I don't care where you are. This credibility piece is critical because it's about looking good on paper, okay? So with the credibility piece, all the things I said above and your business bank account. How many of y'all have your business bank account already? And this is actually a huge step. Your business bank account is like, for the lenders, did y'all know this? Like, some lenders don't even consider, like, say you incorporated your business a year ago, but you got your business bank account 2 months ago. Sometimes they'll actually consider your business like 2 months old because that's when you actually legitimately had somebody like kind of co-sign your legitimate business, right? So make sure you have your business bank account. Now, let me just say something. I can't see all of y'all, so I'm not just saying, but if you have like anything in check systems or any kind of problems, guys, just fix it. Just fix it, because when you get $100,000 in financing, they're going to usually direct deposit that right into your business bank account. If you don't have a business bank account, that's a deal breaker. Okay, so your business bank account, that goes into the credibility piece. I'm also going to add right here, guys, Google yourself. This is the action item. Google yourself. You want to make sure that when you Google your business, you have an online presence. For lenders, they call it like data points, meaning, does your LinkedIn have your business? Do you have a Yelp? Is your phone number listed on 411? Do you have at least some kind of social media page? So you just want to make sure, you don't have to have everything, guys, but just make sure when you Google your business that something comes up, because guess what? Somebody say, guess what? I wish y'all were live. Guess what? But I'll say it myself. Guess what? Then like some lenders actually do that. And if they can't find you, they're like, oh, no new friends. Look, come on, somebody, right? And think about it. For you guys, I try to teach, mind you, I already talk fast, but I'm trying to get this in 30 minutes so we can still ask questions. But this is where, think about it. If you were looking for like a lawyer or a pediatrician and you went to Google and they didn't come up, you'd be like, oh no, I'm not about to, like, you'd be like, right, it'd be like a little bit shady. Look, stranger danger, right? So don't be stranger danger to these lenders. I like to have fun, y'all. All right, so that all goes into credibility. Now the next thing is fundability. This is where most people lack. Fundability, meaning the lenders want to know, are you stable enough? What is the risk in lending to you, right? Fundability is going to 1000% be your business website, your business email, and a separate phone number. And I mean it, guys. If you think about when you fill out the applications and they ask you for your phone number, well, if the first one is all your personal information in the business, everything is the same, that says something to the lender. The address is the same, it says something to the lender. If you don't have any kind of website at all, it says something to the lender. We're talking about 6 figures, right? It doesn't take that much. Like, I'll say this right here. And I think, Natalie, will they end up having, I guess maybe I'll put it in the comments or I'll send it to you. Like, I have a business credit building playlist, guys, that you guys will all get. Oh, and I forgot, I have a special. Y'all like specials? I got a special because Natalie is my girl. And she was like, you got to give my people something. I said, say less. So I have a special to talk about at the end also. But my free business credit building playlist, guys, kind of outlines. I have one video that says how to set up your business correctly in 10 days. And if you're unsure where to go to get a professional email, a domain, all those things, I have it listed in the description, like GoDaddy, Squarespace, Wix. Guys, and if you don't know how to build out the website, like, go to Fiverr. Go to, ask your sons and daughters, your nephews and nieces. Like, come on, they just play games all day. They can, like, level up your whole life, right? So you just need something, right? This is where the email too, right? If your business, somebody put the name of their business in the comments. Well, maybe that's not good because y'all know I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see.
Let me know when you want me to add the websites in the chat, and I'll add them.
Yeah, you know what? Can you add the business credit building playlist in there?
Yeah.
And so, because as I'm going through some of these steps, guys, if there's any step that you don't understand in my business credit building playlist, you can say Terri Couser Duns, and just the Duns video will come up. Terri Couser, 10 steps to set up my business correctly. 10 steps, and that video will come up. So I'm giving you the outline here because y'all are masters of the mastermind, but you can go back and kind of break any kind of step up that you don't understand. Okay. So let me see. Is that Gain Investing? So for Gain Investing, you want your email to be, info@gaininvesting.com, admin@gaininvesting.com, CEO@gaininvesting.com, not Gain Investing at AOL, Gain Investing at Gmail. Y'all get my drift, right? When I tell you they pay close attention to that, and right, what did Natalie say? $100,000. So this is where it's like, it costs $10, $15 to get a domain. So before a lender, right, invest $100,000 into your brand, they want to know that you, the business owner, have some skin in the game. Does that make sense, guys? Yes, no, maybe so. So the fundability, make sure you at least have those things: website, email, phone number. Okay. Now the next thing is NAV, NAV.com, NAV.com. Guys, high level success tip, right? When you're going through and you're building business credit, you want to make sure that you're also monitoring it, right? So part of it is doing the work. The other part is making sure it's being updated on your file, right? So NAV is actually a third-party website that allows you to get a copy of your business credit scores from the 3 biggest bureaus, because for business credit, there's a ton of bureaus, right? But from Dun & Bradstreet, who is still the biggest, from Experian Business and Equifax Business. Now, the higher level nugget, guys, and if you're brand new and money is tight, right? You can't really invest a whole lot. Just get the free NAV and it will give you a summary, right? It will give you a grade A, B, C, D, E. But for all y'all that are ready for some real money, get the business boost, right? I think it's like $49 a month, something like that. And that will be a tax write-off for you anyway. It's a business expense. But it will also report a trade line to all 3 business bureaus for you, which is what you guys need. 4, the number 4, you want at least 4 trade lines, 4 accounts reporting to the business credit bureaus to give your LLC, your S Corp, whatever it is, a business credit profile and a business credit score. And so NAV is already one right there, and you need that one to actually monitor. And so they're excellent, excellent, excellent. The next one is, I'm going to say, get at least 2 corporate cards. 2 corporate cards. I'm going to recommend Divvy and Capital on Tap. Divvy and Capital on Tap. Now, why? They are a soft inquiry, and their corporate cards report to the business bureaus for your business EIN. Now, there are other corporate cards. There's Ramp, there's Brex, there's Torpago. But have y'all read the small print? because I see, listen, we don't have enough time. Natalie, it'll be good. It'll be good because it's a mastermind and it's you. I see these videos like brand new startups, get a Brex card. And the small print says, we approve people that have $250,000 worth of revenue. Huh? Like, you like, I don't got 250. I'm trying to get 250. So some of these other corporate cards out here, like you can technically qualify, but they have a high revenue requirement. Divvy and Capital on Tap do not have a super high revenue kind of cap or requirement. So that's why I'm recommending them. Now, why am I going right there too? They're revolving trade lines in your business's name right away, which is going to help you qualify for more financing. Now, after that, we're on step number 8, fleet cards. Do any of you guys have fleet cards right now?
Divvy and Capital on Tech. I wanted to put that in the
Capital on Tap.
Oh, on tap. Okay.
Yeah, on tap. Yes, because y'all don't go to like, so Capital One does have business cards. Don't go to them. There'll be a hard inquiry and they about to run your credit and everything. But Capital on Tap, and I have a whole video in my business credit building playlist because it's a soft inquiry. And guys, high level nugget for Divvy and Capital on Tap. If you apply and you get denied, action item, find out the reason for denial. Sometimes it's like, information didn't match, or we need to verify identity, because a lot of times you guys can fix that and reapply. Like, look, easy breezy cover girl. Okay, so those two items. Now the next one is fleet cards. I'm going to recommend you at least have 2 to 3 fleet cards. And where am I? And even if you're not like in trucking or transportation, like how many of y'all need your ride your car to like appointments to go see different things, or you're self-employed, so you use it 50% of the time for for travel and so forth. So fleet cards are business credit cards in your business's name that are for gas, right? And honestly, like gas prices are crazy. So a lot of times they give you a discount, but the higher level nugget, guys, is that they're also revolving trade lines. And if your credit is good enough, your business is stable, you can actually get fleet universal cards. Do y'all know what a fleet universal card is? Somebody tell me yes, somebody tell me no. Somebody tell me yes, somebody tell me no. I like to be interactive. Fleet universal card. Okay, so and mind you, this even goes to I have students, because shout out to my wealth warriors. I saw some of y'all on here. I have people in my course that have gotten like 10,000 in fleet cards and credit cards in like 3 and 4 days, right? And so for a universal card, if you get a fleet universal card, let's say the limit's 10,000, which is super low for business credit. That was a nugget. $10,000 is super low for business credit. When it's a universal card, you can use it anywhere, like a Visa, MasterCard. Not like, so that's like, that goes into 100,000. This is where if it's $10,000, just strictly fleet card, you can use it for gas, maintenance, oil changes, tires, which is still a benefit. But if you get a fleet universal card, then you're able to use it anywhere, just like anything else. This is where my investors are using it for, fixtures, and you guys are using it for anything. Does that make sense, guys? So have at least 2 to 3 fleet cards. I'm going to say start with like WEX and Murph USA. Now, why? This is a back end hack, guys. First of all, they're also soft inquiries, right? They're like tier 1, look, tier 1 and tier 2 accounts. But guess what, y'all? WEX is actually the bank behind 85% of the fleet cards on the market. So what am I doing? I'm telling you guys to build that relationship right there. You get approved for their lower level cards, then that helps you get approved for everything else. The more trade lines, write this down, the more trade lines you have reporting for your business, the better your scores, the better your fundability. You want to have at minimum like 10 trade lines reporting. 4 will give you a score, but kind of moving up to bigger money, 10 trade lines. I'm also going to add a nugget right here. Y'all ready for a nugget? I'm going to add a nugget right here. For your revolving trade lines on your personal and your business, for business, a benchmark. Have at least one revolving trade line that has a credit limit of $10,000, at least one. So you guys look at who you have relationships with and see, can you get a credit limit increase? Look at who your personal accounts are and see if you can do credit limit increases. But you want to have at least one trade line that has $10,000. This is a back end thing that the lenders for bigger money are going to look for. On your personal reports, personal credit cards, you want to have all of your revolving trade lines at least 2 years old, at least a credit limit of $2,000, no late payments at all, and 30% utilization under. Now, why? because when you guys are qualifying for some of the business credit, they will multiply the credit limits that you have on your personal. Look, I don't know all y'all names, but I see some people nodding, right? So if you have a $5,000 Navy Federal credit card and you guys apply for like my 680 program or kind of use some of these fintech companies, you can get like a $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 business credit card. Some of y'all are at the $100,000 with like 1 or 2 credit cards. Does that make sense? So an action item for you guys is when you get your personal reports, see how many cards, revolving trade lines you have at $2,000 and above, see which ones you qualify for credit limit increases, and have that as a benchmark. Okay, does that make sense, y'all? And then tier 1 and tier 2 accounts. Now, I'm not going to go through naming all of them right now because we just don't have enough time. But in my business credit building playlist, like literally if you're like Terri Couser tier 1, Terri Couser net 30, Terri Couser tier 2, Terri Couser fleet, I have a video for each one of those sections. I'm going to say you want to have at least like 3 to 4 tier 1 and tier 2 accounts. That all goes into this profile that's going to have 10 trade lines. But did y'all peep? Look, did y'all peep what I'm from Philly? Did y'all peep what I did? Did y'all peep what I did? Because you got these videos out there and they're like, you have 10 like Granger accounts. Guess what, y'all? Nobody's about to give you $100,000 because you got Granger and you lying. So I'm going to sip my water on that. Right. So think about somebody laughing. I'm a little extra. So this is where, between having like NAV and then corporate cards and then fleet cards and then tier 1 and then tier 2 and then your personal accounts being at 2,000 above, having a $10,000 trade line. It's the mixture, right? That makes your business, even if you're brand new, guys, even if you're brand new, it's the mixture of different types of credit that kind of has you look like fundable and credible to the lenders for them to give you the bigger money. And then the last thing, and I'm gonna run that back. How many of y'all need me to run that back? I'm gonna run that back and give you guys some extra nuggets, right? And the last thing is I'm just gonna say it. It helps if you have a 700 and above personal credit score, or at least a 680. Look, I see somebody. Who's my friend right there? The female with the. I have a friend right there who's nodding with me. I like you. I need that energy. So this is where, guys, I'm just being honest with you. And mind you, just bigger level nugget, this is a wealth building ministry, right? It's about your financial integrity. So you as a business owner, you want to be able to leverage both of them, right? And so as a new business, or if you're somebody who doesn't have a lot of revenue, or if you're a seasoned business and you never used business credit before, sometimes as part of the approval criteria, they'll still pull your personal credit, even as a soft pull, guys. So part of your action items to get this bigger money is to have your scores at like a 700 and above. So I'm going to review the steps, and I'm going to give you some extra nuggets about where to go to get the money and some kind of back end hacks. Y'all still good? So how are we on time, Natalie? I'm doing good. Yes, no, maybe so.
Yeah, you're doing fantastic. We have like 17 minutes.
Okay, good. All right. So step number 1 was to incorporate. Now let me add this nugget right here, guys. If you don't have a corporate address or commercial address, you can get your virtual address before you incorporate. I recommend Opus, OPUS. It's on my link tree. A lot of these things are on my link tree also. I recommend Opus. Regis is also good. Alliance is actually good. Da Vinci is good. Y'all, not iPostal. Now, am I allowed to say the names on here? I'm going to get in trouble. There's some. So let me just say this. If I don't mention a company, I don't endorse them.
I love this because I didn't even know you could get a virtual address. Who knew?
Yes, no, guys. And mind you, it's a business expense too. It's a tax write-off, right? So let's say you end up paying $99 a month for a business address. Now, mind you, I want you to think about it. Let's say altogether you're spending $300 a month, but then this thing, obviously you're doing something that's income producing, but then it's bringing you extra money to build your business. It's worth it. It's your skin in the game, right? So most people, it doesn't make sense for you to have a corporate office, a commercial office where you're paying like $3,000 a month, for like a lease. So a virtual office, and the good ones, guys. So I'll just say, if I don't mention the name, I don't recommend them because they use sometimes they use PO boxes, or they'll use UPS, UPS sites, and that will disqualify you. So Opus, Da Vinci, Regis, Alliance. Now listen, so the reason why I recommend them is because no matter where your city or state is, they have a physical corresponding address. Yes, you can actually get items delivered there. Yes, you can actually get your mail there. Yes, you can actually usually go in and even see them and get all of your items in the Opus. The reason why I talk about them the most is they'll also have, guess what? A live receptionist. Tell me that don't make you look fundable. Hey, this is Gain Investing. How can I help you today? You're like, I got a whole receptionist. Look at me now. Everybody might believe it. You like, look at me wow, right? So you can get the virtual address and then incorporate. Now, why is that a back-end hack? Because now when you incorporate your business with and register with the state, it already has your name and your business address. You're not doing everything with your personal and then having to go back and change it. Now, if you are somebody, you did it all before the mastermind, right? Then if you have to go back and change it, that's fine. But just understand that having a corporate or business address is going to make you look more fundable. Now, another back-end hack, I'm going to give you 3 back-end hacks for funding right here. Number 1, whoever you have your business bank account with, listen to me, y'all. Whoever, I don't care if it's Chase, Wells Fargo, Santander, Regions, Truist, I don't care who it is. Guys, an action item for you is to make an appointment with your small business banker ASAP, like ASAP. And mind you, if you did it in the very beginning, you haven't done it in a while, then meet with them again. Now, why? Guys, they have so much funding. They have so much funding that is not on their website. And when you have that conversation, I literally did a podcast like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago. And he had no business credit at all, but a business bank account, and called up Chase and made an appointment and had $25,000 in 24 hours. Come on, somebody. Well, what did you do with $25,000 extra right now? Just from doing an actual action item. Not the teller, not the branch manager, not the security guard who brings you coffee that you like that is cute. No, the actual business banker, and sit down and say, hey, I have my business bank account with you guys. You know, I'm an entrepreneur. I want to know about your funding. Let me give you another example. One of my banks is Citizens Bank. Well, when I was in there doing business with them, they're like, hey, we have a new $150,000 business line of credit. I was like, great, where is it? She said, oh, it's not anywhere. We just let our business people know, or we do client to client. They had a $150,000 business line of credit that was advertised nowhere, and you only needed a 650 credit score. Look, come on, look, I got somebody's attention. Come on, somebody, right? So just have the conversation, leverage that relationship. So appointment with your business banker, wherever you have your business checking account with, okay? The next back end hack, guys, is for your personal reports, right? I said in step number 10, have a 700 and above. Well, for you to know what your scores are, right, you need to pull your reports. Guys, don't just look at your score. Don't just look at your score. Look at your actual accounts. And I want you to leverage those relationships. So let me give you an example. You have a personal American Express. Come on, look. Hey, American Express, I have a personal card with you guys, and I'm a business owner. I want to know what I need to do to qualify for the business card. Some of y'all, like, this is a back end hack, because a lot of times, because you already have a relationship with them, then they'll kind of like approve you with like less red tape, or to kind of bend the requirements. So look at who your current creditors are and see if they have, like, you know, Chase has personal and business. Capital One has personal and business. You know, American Express has personal and business. Navy Federal has personal and business. Y'all get what I'm saying? So a lot of times, if you leverage those relationships, that can be another way for you to get like more money a little bit faster. And then the third hack, guys, is payment processors. Now, my wealth warriors, I know all my wealth warriors on here, y'all like, we want to be on a mastermind too. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But do you know what I mean by payment processors? If you know what I mean, say yes. If you don't know what I mean, say no. And I want to talk about fintech companies also. Somebody said yes. Somebody said yes. Payment processors. Look at my wealth warrior. I love y'all. Okay, so payment processors. Write down PayPal, Stripe, Square. PayPal, Stripe, Square. And PayPal is actually like super liberal. So PayPal, Stripe, and Square, why am I talking about them specifically? They have working capital for entrepreneurs up to $250,000. And right now, all of them are soft inquiries, and you just need to build that business relationship. Now, what I will say is this. So your back-end action item, if you don't have a business account with any one of them, do one, do two, do all three, right? If you already have a business account, I don't care if any revenue is even going in, guys. Sometimes you guys, even for like Square does this. No, it's a Square. Yeah, Square does this. Square actually, look, y'all check me. When y'all get off this mastermind, if you already have a Square, it actually has a tab on the back end that says capital, that says funding. Some of y'all don't even see that. And so for PayPal, you can actually apply. PayPal almost gives everybody $10,000, like everybody. And so, guys, build there. Now, what is that? That's an alternative lender. That's not a traditional bank, but I use them specifically over some of the other merchant accounts because they have working capital. Guess what the other hack about that is? And some say it's good, some say it's bad, but I think it's a blessing. Like some of the payment processors, no matter, like say it's a $100,000 business line of credit, they don't report anywhere. want y'all to think about that real quick, right? So we're all like, we want things to report to build business credit, right? And we've done those things to qualify. But if you have a $100,000 line of credit and you need to use 99.999, y'all know how y'all do 99.999 of it, right? That utilization, well, it's not shown anywhere in your personal or your business. So it's not impacting your debt to income ratio. Guys, I want you to be wise. I want you to be wealth warriors, meaning there's pros and cons to everything. So using using payment processors is a great back end hack. And the last thing I'll say for funding, guys, is pay attention to who you go to for the money, right? So high level nugget, there's the big banks, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Chase, all of them. They want you to have great credit and a lot of money, right? Period. That's it. The mid-level banks and regional banks, they have a ton of money for you. That's your Truist, your PNC, your Citizens, whatever's local to you, your regions, right? You guys look at the banks in your area. Let's Google your zip code and look at your mid-level banks. And they have a ton of money for entrepreneurs. And guess what? Most entrepreneurs don't qualify for it. And they have funding for women, funding for minorities, funding for business, funding for vets. You would be surprised, right? So you going to a mid-level bank, sometimes a no for a Wells Fargo is a yes for like a PNC or a Citizens. And then the third tier, the one that I love the most, is fintech companies. Now, how many of y'all know what fintech? I just did a reel, so if y'all was watching my reels, how many of y'all know what fintech companies are? Now, if you know what a fintech company is, say yes. If you don't, say no. Is this happened? Somebody learned something today already? Look, I talk super fast. I should have been an MC. I missed my calling. So fintech companies, guys, are alternative lenders that specialize in funding entrepreneurs and small business owners and investors. So think about them like if you're, for personal credit, we have hard money lenders, right? Those are alternative lenders for real estate, right? Where they do funding, but they're not like a traditional bank. Like you're not getting a checking account or a savings account or a credit card from a hard money lender. Well, that's what fintech companies are. Fintech companies are specifically for business credit, and they will fund you much faster. I've had funding 2-3 days, a lot more money, right? $10,000, $20,000, $100,000 when the bank said no, complete $0 and 0 cents, right? And much less documentation. That's the key, much less documentation. So fintech companies, you need to look for them specifically. I have a bunch of my business credit building playlist, but I would say like off the top of my head, Fundbox is a business line of credit. Bluevine is a business line of credit. Rock Financial, who we work with a lot, is like you can get business line of credit, equipment financing, term loans, even Headway Capital. I did a whole video on them. So the fintech companies that are credible, reputable, FDIC insured, have a track record. I'll do a specific company. I'll do a specific video on them and highlight them and put their website. That way you guys can do your own research. But fintech companies, hand down, like sometimes it's a phone call. I need $50,000. They're like, send your EIN, send your business bank account, and they direct deposit into your account, and you're done. Now, let me tell you the power in that, right? When you get money like that, direct deposit into your business checking account, you use it for anything. I want you to think about it. Like, this is where you're getting your car for Turo. You're getting your public relations person. You're getting whatever it is that you need. You're using your marketing funnels. And so, and this last high level nugget for my 7-figure business owners, for my 8-figure business owners right now, because I have high ticket clients who start leveraging business credit. Do y'all want to know why? For the tax write-offs. Right? Like they may have $50,000 to buy a car, but they show all this income. They're being taxed super, super heavy. So I've shown some heavy hitters how to use business credit. They'll instead get a business line of credit and buy a car and do a whole tax write-off. Now they've gotten something for to level up their business in the tax write-off as opposed to paying all that money to the IRS. Now, disclaimer, not a tax professional, but using business credit to actually buy things for your business and then having a legitimate tax write-off is a way for somebody who makes a lot of revenue and you want to bring down that liability. It's a legitimate way to leverage your business credit to put some more money back in your pocket. Bars. All right, I think I'm done because Nelly, did you want to leave time for questions? Boom. Where's my sound effects? Somebody give me some sound effects. I'm going to use my business credit for some sound effects.
That was good, girl. So good. You guys hop on in this conversation. Feel free to unmute. I know there's only a limited number of us that are inside here. First off, Terri, round of applause on all fronts. Girl, I was sipping my tea, just impressed. So
I forgot to tell you guys about the special. Can I tell them about the special?
Yeah, you want me to put those in here too? And I'd love for them to be able to ask you a few questions before you go.
Yes, absolutely. So yes, if you could put it in there. So That was high level overview because you all are, this is a mastermind, right? And you'll have the free business credit building playlist. If you want more support, I have an online course. It's for personal and business credit, but more importantly, it's a community, right? Where I do like every single month live Q&As, every single month Q&As and workshops. I even have lenders that actually come talk to you guys also. So we'll have internal contacts for lenders. So for this mastermind, there's a special discount. It's like over $700 off. And it's actually 2 courses. It's Credit Leverage Lifestyle, the Winner's Circle Facebook group, which is where we do all the live stuff, and I Wish I Knew, which is like a documentary style series about entrepreneurship and building your business and like all the hurdles you need to kind of go through to kind of be a self-employed entrepreneur. So I'm super excited about that. And I think this special ends March 15th. So if you want that ongoing support and community, you guys have now an option for all 3 at a super discounted rate.
And make sure you take a look in the comment section on the Facebook and on the YouTube. I put all of the links in here. The Mastermind course special bundle, and then the link tree from her Instagram. What's your Instagram for those that want to find you? Also, I got to brag on you. She built her YouTube channel to 30,000 subscribers in 2 years, just dropping dimes like this. And she has so many actionable things that you can actually do right now. So make sure you really hit up that business, that credit building playlist, girl, because I'm gonna watch this a few times, but I will go back into that as well, because man, you got to sit down and get organized and get serious. And this is a step-by-step blueprint.
It's a lot. Thank you so much. It's a lot. And guys, I'll even say this real quick. I've did my whole YouTube channel with a cell phone. I've made over 1,000 videos, and even though I have a camera and everything, so the back level nugget to that, because my YouTube is $5,000 to $10,000 a month now, is just get started with what you have. Just get started with what you have and create value, and it will grow. Terri Couser on YouTube, Terri Couser on Instagram. It will come up as Care Credit Tools, but if you just put in Terri Couser, I will show up. I have one Instagram, one YouTube, and I always reference them also. And so I do my long form content on YouTube, and then I'll do like nuggets and tips and clips and all those things on my specials on my Instagram. So I would love to be part of your success story.
Amen.
Help you get there.
Yeah, I'm going to give you some of the questions here in the back, in the comments. Alicia J, she said PayPal, Stripe, Square, all soft inquiries.
Yes. And so what I will say is this though, and double check PayPal, because right now it's soft inquiries, and sometimes you'll check the link. So when you guys do the link, it will say check now with no impact to your score, or check now with a soft inquiry, like it will actually say. But mind you, these are creditors. They can change the requirements like in a week. And that's happens. Business credit is very, very fluid. So yes, they are all soft inquiries. I've gotten funding from all of myself and a bunch of people in my community, but higher level, like I always want you guys to check. When you're on the link, if it says no impact to your credit, that means it's still a soft inquiry.
Carlos says, thank you for the opportunity, Miss Terri. I have $600. Which course of yours should I take? What'll be best for me?
I think you should do Credit Leverage Lifestyle. I'm going to tell you why. Adults learn by repetition. I just talk super fast, right? Right here. So you have to watch this back. But hearing it one time does not make you an expert. Hearing it one time, like a lot of times you need to hear. How many of you guys have watched a movie and then you watched it 15 times, and every time you watch it, you're like, I didn't know she had that green dress on. I didn't know he was behind the bush. Right. So it's the ongoing repetition and support that actually helps you become like a wealth warrior long term. And I do a bunch of, like I said, I bring lenders on, and we have Q&As. So it's like, hey, I was doing this and this is this hurdle. You'll have access to me without an additional cost. Listen, baby, let's go on, somebody. So Credit Leverage Lifestyle.
And I'm going to drop again in here the free business credit building playlist. If you miss any of these links, go to our Facebook, the connectnetwork.llc. It'll be at the top of the page. This event, this live, all of her links are there. Also, on our YouTube, the Connect Network TV on the YouTube. Terri, what is your YouTube channel? Is it Terri Couser?
Yeah, it says Terri Couser, the credit expert. So if you just put my name in, like it will come up. And I think I'm at 39,000 now.
Girl, because you're dropping these dimes. Okay. Dimes, dollar bills, half quarters, half dollars, yada, yada, yada. All right. What else? One more question we'll take from those that are live inside of our space. We have 60 on YouTube that pulled up to hear you, Terri.
I hope this was helpful for you guys. I hope you learned something, because you hear all these videos that say, get Uline, get Granger. Like y'all want to know. So takeaways, right? go through that, right. So takeaways, I gave you 10 items. I'll say it again real quick. Incorporate, you can get your virtual address in advance. EIN, DUNS, credibility, business bank account goes into the credibility thing. I said fundability, get your website, your email, your separate business phone number. I said a NAV account and get business boost so you can actually report. I said get Divvy or Capital on tap because they're easier to qualify for their business corporate cards. I said get at least 2 fleet cards. I recommend Murph USA or WEX because WEX is the bank behind like 85% of the cards in the market. That's a back end hack. I said have at least 8 tier 1 and tier 2 accounts. And I said have a 700 plus personal score. So as you're going through, I said also things like make sure your LLC's in good standing, check your DUNS and update it, make an appointment with your small business banker, have, accounts with these, like with the payment processors. I said, leverage your relationships with your personal credit report, right? And so when you put it all together, you on the other end, that's a lot. Make a list. What things do you have? What things don't you have? What things are you missing? What things do you need to update? And then think about higher level nugget. What kind of financing? Credit card, line of credit, a term loan, business loan, equipment financing, business auto loan. Like what kind of funding do you need? And what are you going to use it for? Because the goal, again, is right to leverage to build wealth, not to get into debt. So you want to put your funds into something that's going to be income producing so you can pay it back and then also grow. Look, whoo, come on, somebody.
Listen, let's give it up for Miss Terri. Thank you for your time. We will send out a copy of this masterclass to everybody that signed up. We had 97. It must be right at 100 because now I'm looking at my email and it said someone that started over 1 out of 100 have signed up, and we had a limit on it because we just couldn't text more than 100 people at a time. What a great problem, Terri. Even my mama is giving you fire and claps. Hi, Mom.
Come on, Mom.
She's good, right, Mom? She's so good. Terri Couser bringing the power. Now, with these steps, there's no reason why you can't go get you $100,000 in 6 months.
Come on, somebody.
Yeah, so got to give it up to you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you all being here. If you missed any dimes, we will send this out via email. Everybody have a great day and a great week. Terri Couser, thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye,
Thank you. Bye.